6 days of pure magic, Human Design Rave Festival 2024.
So basically, we have one big hall for 250 people where we want to have in the mornings lectures, more lecture type of offerings, and then in the afternoon, more workshop types. Where people can really get grounded in the body with different different workshops. And then we have a small second hall for 30-40 people. So it will hold during the days of the festival. There will be an immersion there, a 3-day immersion with Helena Hartmann. She's Marianne's student, and she holds immersions in Germany. And also other workshops. We received really interesting proposals. We have for 90% is coming, for instance, Christine from New Zealand. She wants to do a workshop, and then we have Hagen and Alana from Canada. They also are thinking of coming. I don't know if you know them. They're students of Darwin and Lila. They were recommended to us by them, who also have their certified IHDS professionals, but they also do embodiment practices, working with the body. Yeah, we have, for instance, Dirk Nellens. He's going to do this workshop, which is theatrical workshop. So during the whole 5 days, participants will be discovering the 16 Godheads, but specifically the ones from the Sleeping Phoenix era and the Cross of Planning. And then at the end, on the 5th day, they're going to create a theater play out of it as well to show us. Yeah. And we have very interesting different offerings. So those are the lectures in the morning, workshops in the afternoon. Then in the evening, we will have, again, different uniting practices, fun practices where we can interact with each other, like cacao ceremony, sound healing evening, mindful
dancing,
eating evening, also essential labyrinth, where we're going to provoke all the senses. So a person goes through the labyrinth and they're going to be provoked with different light, smell, touch. We're going to connect it a little bit to the cognitions in human design. So there'll be a workshop on that during the day, and then in the evening they can experience it, knowing about their leading cognitions. So those kind of things. But also this is a hybrid event. So this is the live part, which is going to be live streamed. The lecture part will be live streamed, and maybe some of the evening things, but not the workshops, because it makes no sense, will be streamed live online via Zoom to the entire world. So we want to do something like a marathon, actually, an online marathon, which will be, 6 days of human design nonstop all around the world. So whenever you put your Zoom on and there is something going on, whether it's a live lecture or a pre-recording or something. And this is really open. The online thing is open to the entire world. And as I said, we want to have different languages. So it's not only limited to people who speak English, because Zoom allows up to 20 language rooms. So we're now in the process of finding translators. Actually, we might need help with that, because the translators have to be, of course, human design students as a minimum, maybe at least ABC and cartography level, yeah. So yeah, that's basically the whole idea. Is, on one hand, yes, we want to invite everybody in Aura, because this is what this knowledge is about, and really getting grounded in your body, in strategy and authority, because it's the time, right? It's People are, we see that especially with young people, more and more people are interested in practicing, and they're not so interested in the details, all the gates, you know, and stuff like that, but more and more the real experience thing. So that's what we want to provide, like a bridge between the Rauruhu, the knowledge, and the people and the teachers impacted directly by him. And also then the new practitioners and teachers and the new generation, which is now meeting human design and studying human design. And yeah, that's the vision.
That's the vision.
It's big. Yeah. It's a big, big vision, and it sounds beautiful. Yeah. I remember the marathon was such a incredible idea, and I'm so glad that you're able to, thank goodness, COVID, stay away, has lifted restrictions so you can take it to the next level. Yeah.
Exactly. So it is kind of natural evolution. We really hope that the world will not go crazy until end of January. And we will be able
to Rave New Year transit yet for 2024.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's a hybrid event. So whatever happens, we're prepared. Hopefully.
Yeah.
As much as we could be. But you know, when preparation meets opportunity, then that's luck, right?
But do you have something in mind that you're really passionate about?
Oh, I'm a nerd about the journey around the wheel and the transits and the incarnation crosses through the different profiles, and how, each one is a piece of the evolutionary story, and why it's so important for as many people as possible to be authentic to who they are, so our whole human story can evolve, right? Instead of just bits and pieces of it. And that's what I am so passionate about, right? I do follow the sun, earth around the wheel every year, every day, right? It's just my personal practice. And I've done study groups on Incarnation Crosses by quarter. And I teach PTL3. I have a class right now going on. I love Incarnation Crosses, and the piece of the puzzle. Once you're living your design, well, what is your part to play as part of the whole consciousness program, right? And it's such a wonderful signpost. If you're living authentically as yourself, if you're living that out, if you can see it emerge, if you're seeing what you're here to see because you're in the right place, right, with the right interaction, that's what I'm all crazy about. I love that.
Well, would you like to do then a lecture on that? Okay, that's
fun. Whatever that is. Yeah, I mean, it gets expansive, right? So it's like, where, how much and how do we fit it into whatever time makes sense. A workshop doesn't make sense because it's just too massive. A lecture, yes.
So we separate the program in 1.5 hour chunks. Okay. So if you would like to make a long lecture, then it could be a 3-hour lecture with half an hour break, 15 minutes or something break in between. How does that sound?
Yeah, I'm good for that much, and then I need a break. Maybe, yeah, we could break it into quarters.
Okay.
Yeah, so we do quarter 1 and quarter 2 the first session, and quarter 3 and quarter 4 the second session. It also then would allow someone who wanted to go somewhere else or something to just show up for their quarter right? If they were only interested in that.
So we can put in the program which
Mm-hmm.
quarters, like how do you create the flow and describe it a little in detail, yeah?
Yeah, that makes sense to me. How does that sound to both of you?
Very good.
Yeah, that's a topic we don't have yet, and the way you present it, it's really beautiful. I mean, just seeing the quarters as one wheel, and maybe like seeing it as the philosophy of life, that we are all puzzles of one picture, and this picture, yeah, it's, even though it's all one, yeah, it's all fragmented, and knowing which is your fragment in the upper sense, yeah, allows you to just relax in the nature of yourself and not try to be someone else, which the mind, of course, pushes us.
Yes. We look at the Incarnation Cross, and then we're thrown onto a specific road, right? Which there's really not time to flesh all of that out to the 36 nodal environments, but we can talk about the lines, right? So you can look at your Incarnation Cross, and it's easy, and Ra even said, don't bother in an Incarnation Cross reading to go deep into the nodes. Look at the lines and what you're here, right, to see and think about, and where your body, your form is actually designed to be, right, with the lines of the nodes. And then people who go deeper into PHS, of course, can see that even more specifically drilled down. Yeah, it's so, I just get all crazy about it. As excited when I first figured out that this is what helped me make sense of human design. And Kathy Kinnaird, who was a neighbor of mine, if we can believe this, Bethy Black initially introduced me to human design. Friends were talking about it. But after I self-studied for about a year, I said, I need a human. I need someone to talk to, right? Because I couldn't quite put it together. Kathy Kinnaird lived in the same town. And so I met with her. We became really good friends. And her passion about the wheel is what prompted me to start studying the sun as it went around the wheel during my analyst training. And then and then everything started to make sense for me, right? About how it all comes together. Yeah.
Can I ask you one provocative question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you draw a Rave mandala just by heart?
Ooh. No, I probably couldn't, but I could come very close. I could come very close. I can visualize it. I can see the centers that are responsible for each of the quarters, what the pressures are, what the awarenesses are. Right. And I kind of understand, right, the gates that build the foundation, and then the gates that are here to apply that. Right. I definitely know the direction, the love, and the way of each quarter. And kind of, but no, I never went about memorizing anything. Right. I figured it would, well, I have a right mind. So, right, it's there when it's called out. But for me to try to access it, I can't.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm asking because, I'm a quadride as well. I'm projector mind. So I was like, I tried to do it. Honestly, I really tried to recreate the mandala and learning through, as you say, the centers, the quarters, following the calendar for years. But I'm also on the way. Let's put it this way.
Yeah, I can zoom out, but boy, zooming in is not as easy. To pull it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Wow, how beautiful you explained this.
Yeah. So that's what I'm in love with, right? That's my biggest passion. I like lots of other things like channels by type, right? I think it's one of the most important things to learn when you try to live as yourself. That's important to me, right? Yeah.
But you all light up when you start talking about the incarnation process. We can really love it.
Yeah, I get really all tingly and excited.
That's beautiful, and that's actually exactly our mission, yeah, is to bring out the passion from each and every one of us, also what we are passionate about, and that's why we've been asked many times, so what is the topic, what do you want us to do? And we're like, no, bring your passion first of all. And that's when this whole event will be really colorful, with not just information and what we learned and memorized, but really that inner frequency of the vibrating, what part of this knowledge each of us resonates with.
Yeah, and thank you for the questions, right, in the email. Because me trying to pull it out of my mind, I know, right, I like Incarnation Crosses, but when you ask the question and then I get to talk about it, it's so evident what I'm drawn to. Yeah, I can just feel it.
Yeah. Well, we would love to have you come live and share your unique
that would be so good.
Vibration with the Bulgarian audience and with the international audience, of course. It would be amazing if we could meet together in Aura. So let's see what happens.
Yes, my sweet companion and soulmate doggy he's in his last chapter. You know, and I am dedicated to seeing him through it. He's doing really well right now. So who knows, right?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to leave him right at a critical time for him.
Yeah, we understand.
Yeah, and traveling with him probably would not be a good idea. Yeah.
No, he wouldn't. Yeah, want to see him?
Yes.
Yeah. My little buddy. Where is he? There he is.
Oh, he's so small.
He's a Cocker Spaniel, and he's almost 15. He'll be 15 at the beginning of January. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the age.
Quite.
He has cancer. Yeah, so we're just doing our best. So how will it work, right? And so my intention is all of my energy would love to be there. I have so many students in that area of the world that I would love to meet, you know, and a lot of teachers I'd like to meet, people I'm on Zoom with all of the time, and I'd love to feel in Aura their energy. I really, really would.
Thank you. And wow, what amazing energy.
It's so good to meet both of you. Really. Yeah.
Nice to meet you too. And it will be even nicer if we can meet in Aura.
In person.
Yeah. I'm a tribal hugger. Just a note.
So hugging. Hugging is important.
Yeah.
Virtual hugs for now.
Okay. And one thing I don't talk about a lot, but is very deeply important to me, and I'm just going to share because it's something that some people, you know, may identify with, is I started a radical experiment in human design because of a terminal cancer diagnosis in 2011, 2012. And it has been my companion and my tool, right, to heal, whatever that means, not be cured, but to heal through the experience. And some of my bios contain that journey as well. So I don't know
Wow. Would you be open maybe to start your offering in the festival with that? Because you know, I also organized the Russian speaking marathon, kind of. We called it actually festival before 2 years ago, and one of the teachers, she shared her story exactly that kind of story. And you know, after festival, I'm talking and my whole body gets goosebumps. I think her story received the most resonance, you know, from all the offering, because indeed, when we share the personal story, it's and the story that shakes, and of course, the body journeys are one of the deepest ones, and it just finds such deep resonance in people's hearts. And so, yeah, thank you for opening this.
Yeah, my 5-1 doesn't do that much. I talk about it freely if I'm asked, right? But the 5-1 kind of hides a little bit with it.
Of course.
Yeah.
But paranoia,
yeah. I'm still here.
We're
right?
so glad.
12 years later, so they can shove their diagnosis and prognosis up their ass. Everything they wanted me to do, of which I do some things, but I certainly didn't follow a traditional route. Yeah.
Well,
yes.
You definitely look very lively, so we're very happy you're here, strong and vibrant.
Yeah.
Happy for you.
All right, guys. Well, I am so excited, even more so after meeting both of you.
Oh, it's very mutual, Ruth. It's very, very mutual. Yeah, I can like feel the neutrinos right now are exchanging our energies, even though we are all in the different parts of the world.
Neutrinos move fast. Right?
Exactly. You say the word and they already hear it. And then.
All righty. Well, let me know what else I can do. I'll try to get those things to you as soon as possible. And I can plug in, you know, today is Tuesday, right? If not this week, because I teach every day right now, but the weekend, absolutely.
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Great. Well, thank you very much. And
thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Get your tickets today. See you soon.